I will love you every day. Hey, 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 hey. I've flown around the world a million times and I've seen a lot of places and faces, but I'm always back to you.
Hi there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lydiah Nabalayo, aka Miss Naba. I don't know if you people had noticed this, but I have changed my names here in YouTube and also on my Instagram to my original full names, which is Lydiah Nabalayo. Before, it used to be Is Miss Naba, but that does not mean that I no longer subscribe to the name. It's still my name and you can call me that. It does not matter. So today I'm going to be telling you people a story. This video is going to be a story time. I'm going to be telling you about how at the age of 19 I started a business, and it was a really thriving, a really good business, but I stopped it and I am never ever doing it again. So stay tuned if you want to know the entire juice and the entire gist of this story. And if you're new here, kindly subscribe, leave a comment down below and let me know if these are the type of videos that you people like, so that I may continue doing more like this one. First and foremost, to all my Leo babies, happy birthday in advance. It's now our time to shine. And I'm really waiting for my birthday. I'll be turning 21 this year and I'm so excited because in as much as we are at home and we're in quarantine and all that, I am really enjoying how I have decided to just make good use of my life during this period, and I can't wait to like see more and more of it. So you people need to have subscribed because very soon, by soon I mean literally very soon, I'll be dropping really good news for you people. You won't even believe it. Coming from a divorced family, where my family divorced quite when I was quite older and I could understand what was happening, unlike my siblings, for me saving has never really been something that I have done, in as much as it is a culture that I'd really love to embrace in the near future. Before, that was not the case. I never used to save because if parent A will give me money and then I spend it and it's over, I'd just ask parent B and say I don't have money at all and they'd send me money. So in as much as coming from a divorced family does have its disadvantages, for me I can say one or the other, that must have been a perk. So going into campus, that was like the life I was used to. Joining campus, I had promised myself I am not getting a HELB loan. I am not getting that loan. My parents have to give me money to survive. I don't know. So my dad used to give me a specific amount of money, and so did my mom. However, for my mom, she knew that my dad is giving me money, but she still used to give me money because she's caring and loving and all that. And I love my mother. I love you, mom. When you watch this video, just know how much I really love you. And yeah, that was like my life. I used to spend money carelessly. So it came a point last year, my mom began this project, which probably in the near future, if she'll be comfortable with it, I will be sharing with you people. But then again, it's her story to tell, not necessarily mine. But she started this project and she told me she won't be able to be giving me money every week. So I might have to learn to survive with money only from my father. So it's not that it was less money, but it was enough money that you can, if only you planned well and all that, you could sustain yourself and even have some money for leisure and all that. But for me, the case was different. I was just so used. So it was changing my thinking and all that, and just like becoming a different person. So last year in July, it was July 1st, if I'm not wrong, I was in this meeting and they were talking about how do you feel you have achieved your goals as far as the year is right now? Because we were already done with half the year. And sitting down, I remember I had promised myself to get myself another source of income, because if you are in university, please tell me if you relate to this. Like, even if your parents gave you like a lot of money and then you went and got a HELB loan. If you're watching this from abroad, HELB loan is a student's loan basically. that money is not enough. It is not enough. It is never enough. Like somehow you just need money. I don't know if you people are the same, but tell me in the comment section down below. So that was I had promised myself I wanted to figure out a way to just earn money, either to get a job or start a business. But I was leaning more towards getting a job, and I really don't know, but I wanted to be a waitress. I wanted to be a waitress at CJ's. Yes, like seriously, that's what I wanted. CJ's or Kilimanjaro. So I think just being in that meeting, I remembered what I had planned, and then the thought started dancing like in my head, and I started entertaining it again. And the next morning, I remember I woke up and I prayed and I told God, God, I do not take it for granted that you have reminded me this right now. For me, whenever I remember something that I had promised myself a while back or a dream that I had before, I always take it as a reminder from God. And He is seeing it as a time for it to happen or something like that. So I prayed to God and I told him, please tell me, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to start a business or do you want me to go get a job? And the previous day we were talking with some of my friends and I had mentioned just out of nowhere this business idea which I'll be sharing with you as I continue with my story. So, okay, no, let me just tell you. It was blending juice. You blend fruits and then you sell juice, and that was my business. And for me, it seemed like a really, really easy business because apart from the people who sell juice, like where food is bought, who are not students, there was no other student who was doing that. And for me, I just don't like being similar to people. I don't know. I just don't love doing the same thing that a lot of people are doing. You get, I'm not a fitting kind of person. So the next day after I've prayed, we go for this class fellowship, which is usually on Tuesday in the evening. Every class has its own, and then I received this message from Taskis, and they're saying that they're celebrating, was it 60 and their 60th anniversary or something like that. And because of that, during the next day, they were going to sell their blenders for 50% off. And I was like, Jesus. Like, even when I'm telling people that story, I normally tell them, Jesus texted me, because that was a prayer that I had made really intentionally, waiting for God to like speak to me and tell me what He wants me to do. And then that happens. So it's just like, enyewe, this must be God talking to me. So the next day, and mind you, I had cash. My dad had sent me money to make my hair. But by then, I had started entertaining the thought of cutting my hair. So I was not plaiting my hair, kind of just making myself get used to short hair and even the people around me. But then I ended up like cutting it well and dyeing it in August. Was it August 14th? Yeah. So I was just like, this is God, no one else. So the next morning, I didn't even go to class. I didn't do anything. I woke up and I went with my friend because for me, I'm a really paranoid person. These Nairobi people are thieves. I'd rather go with someone. If they're going to drag me, then they drag me alone. At least they like drag me and the other person will be sober enough to like know what is happening. By the way, if such a thing has ever happened to you in Nairobi, able tell me. Yeah, so I went and got the blender and people were a lot. Like luckily for me, we reached there like before they were almost over. I got the blender. I went and bought cups, I bought straws, I bought mangoes, I bought sugar, I bought all that and I started the business, and it really makes good money. For me, putting in 100 shillings brought me a profit of 300, not total money, a profit of 300 shillings, which was a really good thing. And for me by then, I didn't want like a lot of money. So 100 bob will just make me like 8 glasses of juice. I'd sell 8 glasses for 50 bob, and that was it. That was it. But then at some point, I'm really sorry. At some point, I'd like sell. I don't know why I'm getting distracted. Let me gain myself back. At during some instances, I'd like sell more, but mostly I just wanted not a lot of money, so that by the end of the week, if I only sell 8 to 10 glasses, I'd have 1,500 to 2,000 shillings, and it was a really thriving business. I had really supportive friends who made posters for me, and out of nowhere, people used to call me Miss Naba drinks and juices and nails. I had never like made people's nails, but I used to do my nails. So people used to call me Miss Naba drinks and juices and nails and pin pops. That's like another story which I'm getting into. So shortly after, I did that business for like a while. But then shortly after, the season of mangoes just disappeared, and all of a sudden you're going to get mangoes and you're getting bananas and avocados. Who drinks that type of juice? Unless if it's a smoothie, but I have never heard of that type of juice. So I stopped and I got pin pops. Again, if you're thinking of maybe starting a business, pin pops is like something you need to sell, especially if you're in school. It brings you 100% profit. Like if you put in 500, you're going to get 1,000 shillings, just like that. That's like really good money. Yeah, so uh, I sat down and I asked myself, man, is this really the kind of business that I want to do? Because it's like, you have no power over the seasons, you have no power over the fruits and all that. So you're selling mango juice right now and suddenly it's not there. And then you have clientele and they want mango juice and they're wondering, where do you want me to get it? And then now you have to like wake up early, go to the market which is like a distance away, and get the mangoes, and then come back and wash them and peel them and blend them. After blending them, you pack them. After packing them, you have to clean up and all that. That was a lot of work for me. Honestly, probably I'm not being grateful or something like that. But for me, that was like a lot of work. And even same for pin pops, me selling pin pops was just, again, you had to go get them and then come and then sell them and all that. And something like pin pops is something that people get tired with after a while. Like people will buy and buy and buy and buy and buy, and then people will get tired with. So, but before I had promised myself I'll continue with this business, but then again, like immediately I stopped and other people started the business, and then now like a lot of people are doing that, and I was like, Hi, I'll just stay with my blender and make shakes and smoothies when I want, but I am not going back to this business. I'm not going back to do this hard work. So in doing that, I quit blending juice and all that, and I decided to transition into doing people's makeups, which was slightly easy for me because I was not expensive, because I was only doing it to my campus friends. I'd charge like 350 shillings to around 500 there. And imagine just doing one person's makeup and you get that money. And you had to like do a lot of work with mangoes in order to get the same amount of money. So I decided I'm not going back to that. And over time, I've noticed for me when it comes to business, goods is not my thing. Like, business is the transaction of goods and services for something valuable like money or another good or another service. So, but in this case, it's money. Um, for me, I don't think goods is something that I'd go back to. I think if I am to start a business, which God willing is going to be very, very soon, not necessarily a business, but something like that, it's going to be something related to services. Me, I'm not ready to do the hard work. Like, I'm ready to do the work, but sometimes the work is just not really worth it, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, so I quit it like that, and some people like come to me and tell me, but see, it was God's will. Sijui nini." I'm like, yes, it was, but let me take it like as a stepping stone to just like get to know myself more. Come on, I'm young. You want to pressure me on like small things and that. So yeah, Me and goods, I think we're done. If you ever see me selling goods, then no, the work behind it is not a lot, or the money that will come with it is like a really good amount of money. And but services like consultancy, probably speaking and all that, because I'm a really good speaker, I'm a really good orator. That's something that I do. Yeah, yeah. My intentions was that this video be 10 minutes, but I've seen that I've exceeded it by some minutes, but it's cool. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. That is like basically it. Tell me your thoughts about business and entrepreneurship. Tell me if selling goods and all that is something that you really love, and the work that is around it and all that. Because you know, when you're doing like, sometimes doing businesses is like a rat race where uh you're like making money but you can't like see the money you get. So starting a business, you need to be like really really strategic, and you need to be a planner, and you need to do like all that. And I think for me, my intentions of just wanting more money to spend might have made it be like a rat race to me that made me get tired this time. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I love you all, but remember that God loves you more. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I just can't wait to see you people on the next video, which will be my birth month, by the way. Bye.